What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another one. Today we're gonna be, hold on, let me make sure my mic is up because y'all really need to hear this. Today we're gonna be watching all the analysis video in one episode. Yes, that's right, I said all the analysis videos in one episode. We're gonna be checking out Moby, Elite Cameraman, and an Isotoilet because honestly I'm not trying to separate them. Tomorrow I want a whole new batch of videos, and episode 62 came out yesterday, so I don't want to be talking about episode 62 tomorrow. Old news, so we're going to be doing all the analysis in one big video. Make sure you guys go check out all the other videos I dropped today, and let's get into it. Moby.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, Moby.
You're on the Moby channel, and I'm glad to be here. See you on my channel.
I'm glad to be here, Moby.
Again. A few hours ago, a new 62 episode of Skibidi Toilet was released, which completes the 20th season, which means that tomorrow the author will release the entire 20th season on his channel. I will also have an analysis of the entire 20th season on my channel.
Look at the dong just swinging in the air.
And today, I will analyze a new 62 episode for you. We will talk about a new kind of Skibidi opponents, discuss the new ability.
Well, no, that's not new. That's not new.
These of the Skibidi scientist and who helped Agent Cameraman in this episode. Although this video is not.
Yeah, people were trying to say that the person's feet was the agent. Or boom, whatever. I don't know if that's true or not, but hey, man.
So big, but it is very interesting. So be sure to like it. Let's get 10,000 likes on this video. And also subscribe to the channel, and please watch this video to the end so that YouTube shows my videos in recommendations again.
Indeed, make sure y'all like it. I already liked the video. Y'all know I did.
We're starting. The episode begins with two
the episode starts with him sticking his gun with it.
Medical engineers treating the injured cameraman agent. Then he comes to his senses and does not understand what is happening. After all, he thought that he had already died, and now he is already alive again.
Yeah, he said, I can't believe it.
We see a resting cameraman who drinks some kind of cocktail.
How he's drinking, the world would never know.
And he also has a new weapon to notice. This rifle is not like the one usually used by cameramen. I will assume that this is some kind of sniper rifle that shoots at longer distances, and maybe it shoots paralyzing cartridges, which we saw in episode 54. Also in the background is another cameraman agent who is patrolling the territory.
Indeed.
Next, the engineers show a light. We hear a small explosion. The operator looks up and we see a big cameraman agent throwing Skibidi Toilet like a volleyball. Another agent catches him and, in principle, there is nothing unusual in this frame. Just cameraman and speakerman agents who occupied this territory. Next, the big cameraman throws the toilet to the big speakerman, who catches him and, not calculating his strength, throws the toilet very strongly with a sound wave.
Just thinking that sound wave did that much impact is ridiculous. How strong are Skibidi Toilet characters just as a whole, really?
From which it
probably not that much stronger than like Gundams.
Explodes. The agents
and I only say that because Titans is like the strongest, so that's like the relative comparison.
Themselves did not understand what they had done. And in this frame I noticed an interesting detail. This is a poster with a girl. We know that in the series there is a female character of every kind of agent, except for Man and Skibidi Toilet. Perhaps this is a hint of a future secret female agent. Or
imagine, like what would be the point of that though? For real, for real.
It's just part of the map, and the author did not leave any secret hint here. Then there is a strong explosion, from which 4 toilets and the cameraman running away from them run out. Next, the operator looks at the top and sees flying toilets. You may notice that all the toilets in this episode are wearing protective headphones. Next, we see how a large black smoke appears and the characteristic sound for the appearance of the Titan TV man. The big cameraman agent also hopes to see an improved Titan TV man now.
That is probably what they thinking, like, yo, my man's about to pop out the cut. It was not his man's. It was a scientist.
Mechanical paw appears out of the smoke, because of which another explosion occurs. And after a moment, we again see the scientist Skibidi Titan, who uses the ability of Speakerman, specifically deafening sound. Next, our operator gets sick from such a strong sound, like we have already seen in episode 56. Then the operator disconnected, but in this episode the secret character left the headphones near the cameraman and left without a trace. Cameraman picks up the headphones and he gets a little better. But the rest of the cameramen were unlucky and they fall and turn off. The operator looks up and sees the Titan G toilet in the sky, which destroys this.
Yo, Jimmy is so ugly, bro. Every time I see him, he gets uglier and uglier.
Territory of agents. Next we see 2 new types of Skibidi Toilet, a Skibidi bomber plane and a toilet with high legs. Next, we see how the cameraman agent is surrounded. He turns around.
Why is his eyes flickering like that, bro? Why is he doing that? What is that?
Bro,
it's like the Skibidis get more and more insane every day.
he sees the Titan scientist leaving Skibidi. Then the helicopter camera is shot down and we again see an improved view of the hybrid of toilets and agents. The last time we saw a similar hybrid in episode 37. But thanks to the anti-parasitic beam and the shockwave ability of the Speaker Men, the agents won in episode 37. But in this 62 episode,
guessing these ones are maybe stronger.
Become stronger.
Yeah.
After all, as we see further, there is another kind of hybrids. It is a mixture of a large cameraman agent and a Skibidi toilet with a saw.
Crazy.
This is the end of this episode and I ask you to pay attention to the fact that the operator was not destroyed at the end, but allegedly kidnapped. Therefore, perhaps the next season will start from this moment or not far from this location. We also notice again that the Skibidi Titan scientist copied all the abilities of the Titan TV man except for his hypnotic radiation. And I believe that it is possible to defeat new hybrids only with the help of TV man radiation, not even the Titan TV man. A large TV man agent will be enough here. Also in this episode, you can notice that Dafug helps the agents, because he left the headphones to the operator so that he would not turn off like the others.
True.
Perhaps he wants the cameraman to find opponents on his record and eliminate them as soon as possible, because perhaps he knows, like us, that a big agent of TV man is able to broadcast recordings from the cameras of cameraman agents.
So he wanted to make sure that they could see this, okay.
Well, despite the fact that many of us were waiting for the Titan TV man in this episode, it still turned out to be very interesting. I think that the author is very slowly and smoothly preparing us for the return of the improved Titan TV man, because even in the title he writes someone has returned. I am sure that he wrote so that we would think about the Titan TV man, but the scientist Skibidi Titan has returned. The next 63 episodes will be released within the next 5 days, which means about September 18th or 19th.
Indeed.
Wait for a video about the improvements that the plunger cameraman can get soon. But in the meantime...
Oh dang, Moby's videos have gotten a lot more shorter. I wonder why that is. Anyways, on to the next one. We got Elite Cameraman. Let's go.
Hello everyone, Elite Cameraman.
Hey Elite!
After all the leaks and the long wait of almost 6 days,
Indeed.
episode 62 is finally here, and it's quite the big episode. Even though this episode isn't as big as episodes like 57 or 60, it's the start of a new era for the Skibidi toilets. And I'll talk about all the small details and theories while analyzing this amazing episode. We'll go over everything about the new army the scientist Skibidi Toilet and G-Man Skibidi Toilet has gathered, and what the Alliance can do after this point, because in this episode they were caught really off guard. Also, did you catch where the secret agent was?
Nah.
If you don't want to miss
well, I guess if y'all are counting the person that was walking as a secret agent, then yeah.
any of the secrets and Easter eggs that were in episode 62, make sure to watch until the end of the video, because there were some huge stuff in this episode. You can like and subscribe if you are enjoying the analysis
No, I don't even think I liked. You gotta make sure that we like, bro. You always make sure you like the video, bro. Show support.
videos. We are really close to 300,000 subscribers thanks to all of your support.
W.
And I believe we can even hit 1 million subscribers if the community keeps on growing like this.
W.
Anyways, let's not waste any more time and start analyzing episode 62. The episode starts off with the leak we got on Dafuk's Discord. We see 2 engineer cameramen fixing up and trying to revive a dead or hurt cameraman on the ground. I thought that the tools they had seemed different in the video I made about the leaks, but it seems like they are just the simple engineer tools, but they just got upgraded because I really do not remember these tools on their hands having blue and red glows, unless they always had it and we just didn't see it. After the engineer...
I didn't know, bro. It just looks... Every time I see this operation happening, it just looks strange, bro.
Your cameramen fix the normal cameraman by putting their tools in a sussy part of the body with a weird motion. The camera man wakes up shocked, most likely because of his revival. Sadly, the efforts of these engineer cameramen will be for nothing later in the episode, but I'll get to that later in the video. Engineer cameramen seem to act so similarly to the point that they do the same emotes at the exact same time. And if I'm honest, it's a little creepy. Just watch them. The way they move is so monotone and robotic and synced, it creeps you out. And they just stare emotionless. Even though the cameraman in the middle is healed by these two, he probably is weirded out by the stares as well, and it seems like he has been knocked out for a while or was dispatched here a long time ago because he does not have a stun gun. We all know at this point that almost all the new cameraman dispatches carry a stun gun, and when we usually see someone without one, it's a cameraman that's been dispatched before episode 50. This place looks like it's been under the control of Skibidi toilets for a while now because of all of the destruction everywhere. And this is not a mistake. It's been deliberately made by Defuk this way because I found the map on the Steam Workshop by checking the maps, and this map is called the Desert Conflict. If we open the map in Gary's mod and fly around the same...
I really wanted to say real quick, like, this remind me of the Middle East. Like, I said that in my reaction, but I really do think, because, like, you know how a lot of people talk about, like, oh, this takes place across the world, and it's here and there, and they're chasing each other. This would be, like, the Middle East, right?
Place where the episode was recorded in. We can clearly see that there is no destruction at all, and it's all perfectly fine. This shows that this place was made to look like it's been trashed by the Skibidi toilets, and also shows how much effort Defuk Boom puts into these videos, thinking about every single detail there is. No one should ever underestimate the effort he puts into these videos.
We don't.
Anyways, there is also a cameraman in the building patrolling the place, probably looking for other Skibidi toilets, because a few moments later in the video, we'll see a Skibidi toilet that will come out from the building. But before that, do you see the cameraman drinking his soda, chilling on top of a Skibidi toilet?
How is he drinking it? How?
Bro thinks this is some vacation, but this much comfort will lead to their demise. They just don't know it yet. Right when the cameraman on the back is patrolling, we hear a weird sound. See a weird yellow particle, most likely almost killing the cameraman that's patrolling the place, and the camera zooms to the upper floor while we hear the Skibidi sounds from a Skibidi toilet. But we first see a large cameraman walking up to the window who decides to throw the Skibidi toilet away, to another large cameraman leading them to play ball with the Skibidi toilet,
which is so
goofy. The large cameraman...
Why you say it like that? That's kind of... Which is so goofy.
To play ball with the Skibidi toilet, which is so goofy. The large cameraman also throws the Skibidi toilet to a large speaker man, but he doesn't continue playing, and he uses his speakers as a cannon and shoots the Skibidi toilet to the wall. This leads to a weird interaction between the large cameraman and the speaker man, because the large cameraman moves his arms in a way that says, "Why did you do that for bro?" And the way large speaker man moves his arms says, "I don't know, just because." This interaction was so funny if you ask me, but this frame where the large speaker man does his pose has so much going on. We can see the cameraman drinking the soda looking at the large speaker man in a cool way, but what the hell is he drinking? Can cameras even drink? Maybe I should...
The questions that I was asking in my reaction. I'm sitting here like, how?
Make an analysis on whether they can drink, oh Mao. We also see cameraman on upper floors and on the street checking out for threats, but everyone else is too relaxed. We see a cameraman and a speaker man talking next to the palm tree, and they seem to have no care as well, but this is perfectly normal. Think about it, ever since episode 50, they've been on a win streak against the Skibidi toilets, and after they...
And we also don't know how time passes in this universe, too.
They cured the infected Titan speaker man. Everything just became so good for them, but this will be a big lesson for the Alliance, for them to never let down their guard ever again because of what's about to happen. This episode is probably the start of a winning streak for the Skibidi toilets, and them pushing hard on the Alliance with the comeback of scientist Skibidi toilet. Now that both the Titans have opponents, it seems like the sides are more balanced. Seconds later, we see and hear a huge explosion with the same teleportation black smoke as TV Man, and a cameraman starts running away from a fleet of Skibidi toilets. Right after this, the camera pans to the sky, and we see 3 helicopter Skibidi toilets with rockets flying towards the Alliance members. But this is just the beginning, because right at this moment, a big black smoke starts appearing slowly with loud...
A big black what?
loud sounds. We see a claw hit the ground, and it's none other than the scientist Skibidi toilet who came back in episode 6.
One stomp from the metal spider leg killed half of the army.
It seems like he and G-Man are going to take the matters into their own hands after this point, but I'll get to that later in the video. As soon as the scientist's Skibidi toilet comes onto the screen, he starts saying something, but it's not clear what it is. I tried reversing the clip and listening to what it says, but because of all the other sound effects, it's very hard to hear what he is saying. Listen to it yourself. First, the normal version after, reversed.
Is he not just saying like a super pitched down reverberated Skibidi? Like it just sounds like he's saying Skibidi, Skibidi. You know what I'm saying? That a really violent Skibidi, bro.
I even went out of my way and enhanced the audio and cleaned it up to see if I can hear anything different. And when I did do this and reversed the audio, it sounded like a weird, evil laugh, but I'm still not sure. If you have any opinions on what he says, let me know in the comments. Anyways, right after this moment, he uses the speakers he stole from Cinemaman to hurt the cameraman and speakerman in the vicinity, and we see the strangest part of this episode. The POV cameraman is clearly being hurt and damaged by the sound waves, as we can see from the glitched screen. But he turns his back after falling down and he sees headphones just there next to him, on the ground. First of all, this is not a place where some random headphones would appear.
I'm not gonna lie, on my first watch, I really thought they were already prepared for this attack and he just dropped them from like his pocket or something.
And I think we can all agree on this. We also see someone mysterious behind the headphones who is still standing. Do you think there is even one person who can stand while the sound waves are going on with that regular size? There is just one person who is capable of doing this, and we all know that it's the secret agent. I really do believe that those are the feet of the secret agent, and I think you'll think the same as well. But the real question is, why is he helping the cameraman? Is he really allied with the Alliance and always watching?
I like Moby's analysis on saying that like he's trying to keep that cameraman alive long enough to see what's going on so that they could project it back to the main army. I like that.
There to help. Or is he simply helping for the show to go on and for us viewers to see what's going on? Right after the cameraman takes the headphones, we see other cameraman falling down and dying from the sound waves, which was the other frame that was leaked today, and the secret agent just disappears and we don't get to see him. But before we get to what happens after, I really want to know what the secret agent is capable of and what his motives are. Isn't it weird that he has been just standing back all this time, doing nothing but watching everything, and he just decided to step in randomly to just help one single cameraman who we don't know anything about and which is going to be killed at the end of the episode? Is he just going around and doing some random stuff? Or does he really have real motives is the real question.
We all been
asking.
asking.
If you ask me the reason why he helped a cameraman that was supposed to die, and who regardless dies, is for the footage. There are two aspects to this. First one is the fact that the Titans could be watching what's going on just like at the end of episode 60, and the secret agent is actually allied with the Alliance and is helping them from behind the scenes without meddling in too much. This is very likely, but it still doesn't make sense to me because if he is going to help, why not actually help? He also doesn't get seen again and is basically hidden from the view of cameraman because of the sound waves. The other option is that he knows the existence of our universe and is doing it for the viewers to see what is going to happen, and knows that him saving the cameraman won't affect the timeline since he is going to die anyway. There are some serious stuff to talk about the secret agent, and I'll most likely make a new video about him soon. And this is not all. As you know, we still have a lot more to talk about in this episode because of the return of the mutant Skibidi Toilet and his new friend and G-Man Skibidi Toilet, so let's continue. Right after the POV cameraman looks up to the sky, we see the G-Man Skibidi Toilet destroying the city with his lasers, and he is wearing the headphones again, most likely to protect himself against scientist Skibidi Toilet speaker.
Right.
But if you zoom in when we see him, it seems like there is something wrong with his eyes.
There's always something wrong with Jimmy.
I have no idea if this is a rendering glitch or something else, but his eyes don't look normal like before. If this is not a glitch, he may be getting some new eyes, and maybe he is preparing to have a surgery to get eyes like the mechanical eye the scientist Skibidi Toilet has. After G-Man Skibidi Toilet disappears from the screen continuing his rampage, a new Skibidi Toilet plane with nukes shows up to destroy the
yeah, that was mad random. They had the Skibidi plane, bro. Like, what?
city even more, with a Strider Skibidi Toilet showing up to kill us. And it seems like the Strider Toilet has headphones to protect himself as well. All the Skibidi Toilets in this episode came in very prepared, and it's clear that this attack was planned out. This shows us how much the Skibidi Toilets are improving when it comes to intelligence and how they act. They are not moving randomly anymore, and right after we see other Skibidi Toilets marching towards us, we turn our back and see the scientist Skibidi Toilet going to his right, while the camera planes are flying up to escape this place. But they don't stand a chance because they get shot and explode seconds later. This leads us to look down again
and other flying Skibidis, duh. What am I on?
See the mutant Skibidi Toilet back in business. And before we continue on with the ending of the episode, look at the surroundings of this place. It started looking like New York from episode 51. Everything is burning and destroyed. After we see the mutant toilet, he is holding a cameraman, and he literally snaps the dead cameraman in half, walking towards us slowly, but this time we don't get killed by him. But instead we get to see a new mutant Skibidi toilet who has the body of a large cameraman instead of
why everybody keeps saying this is new? This is not new.
A large speaker man with a buzz.
I mean, yeah, I guess he's a new because like he's one of one, but like his race isn't new.
On his right hand, smiling crazy, just like
that one is definitely new though.
Toilet right before he kills the POV cameraman.
Bro got
this episode was honestly crazy with all the lore and action that happened. If you enjoyed the analysis, make sure to like and subscribe to not miss the upcoming videos, and make sure to join my Discord server if you want to be updated on the upcoming Skibidi toilet episode.
Also join my Discord server. So that was Elite Cameraman's analysis. Pretty good. And now, last but not least, we got Isotoilet's analysis. So let's get into it.
Out. In this video,
what, bro? How you gonna start out mid-sentence?
Hi everyone.
Hey!
The new 62 episode of Skibidi Toilets is finally out.
Talk to me.
In this video, I'll analyze the new episode, tell you where the action takes place,
okay,
and what old video we already saw on this map.
Okay.
I'll show the traitor you may have missed. We'll break down all
traitor. Do you mean the agent?
The secrets and Easter eggs, anything you might not have noticed. So as always, sit comfortably and watch till the end, so you don't miss the best part. Let's go.
Let's go.
And we saw for the first time how engineers work and recover wounded agents. And damn, where did he put that welding machine?
That's what I was saying.
But I guess it's okay. It's the right thing to do.
It's the right thing, the Skibidi slops? Okay.
There's a reason the Fook draws our attention to these two guys. Look at the sign. It's Grupa 6. It's actually the name of a security company from GTA.
That's what I also thought too. GTA? Canon?
I noticed that their camera is the same as in the Grupa office in GTA 5. But most importantly...
It's just probably just an asset, bro. Don't overanalyze it, dude. I forgot. Isotoilet is definitely the overanalyzer, bro. He's the overanalyzer for sure.
The old versions of the engineers are different. They definitely didn't have the writing.
But what if those are like in-house scientists and the Group A ones are field scientists or like field medics? Two different things.
And the neck was a bit different. We'll come back to these guys later. For now, I'll show you some other secrets. In this ruined toilet, we can see the flushing system. We haven't usually been shown something like this in past episodes.
Interesting.
There are strange packages scattered on the ground with a sign like this. If you recognize this company, write in the comments. It will help us know what country everything is taking place in.
Well, that look like a cold case of 6-pack of prestige beer. You either know or you know, man.
I'm thinking more about Arab countries. You'll see why.
And that me too. I said that Middle East.
Notice that this cameraman here is drinking something from a cup. It's like his lower camera is his mouth. We've seen this in episode 19 and episode 36.
Which makes no sense.
Apparently, they can also eat through the lower camera. There's also a hint in this episode that the cameramen aren't robots, but I'll show you that later. As we can see, there are agents placed all over the location. They are just standing around or patrolling the buildings. It looks like this area has been completely taken over by the Alliance. All they have to do is just look for the remaining Skibidi and entertain themselves. That's exactly what they're doing. Look at them throwing the toilet like a ball.
Right?
By the way,
fun, having a jolly old time.
It looks like this Skibidi is blonde. But he was unlucky. The big speaker man did not calculate the force and threw him with a sound wave to the wall. They didn't seem to know how to do that before Speaker Woman appeared.
Right, that's true too. That's why Boom just be doing stuff as he goes, man.
I think she's some kind of new invention that was sent to help the Alliance from the Speakerman base. And this guy looks a lot like the first Speaker Man we saw. I assumed we saw him back in episode 59, but we didn't. These guys have very dark suits, and this guy is wearing a light gray suit, white shirt, and a black polka dot tie. So he's talking to the cameramen, maybe even about guns. Notice that only the cameramen have guns, the Speakermen are unarmed. Maybe these guys were discussing the idea of arming all the Speakermen with the same hypno guns. As we remember, while Titan was infected, the Speakermen didn't fight for...
He's just making up conversations that... Yo, Isotoilet is funny, bro. His analysis, bro, it be off the wall. Bro makes his own lore, but it's fire, though. I like it and can appreciate it. I just be wanting everybody to be aware that it's oftentimes a big reach. I'm not gonna lie, but I can see why he would make these assumptions.
Some reason. I guess they're just not trained to handle that kind of weapon. Now it's time to dive deeper. I'll show you something you probably didn't notice. Take a look at the license plates. First of all, these numbers are an Easter egg from Half-Life 2. They represent the zip code of a town in West Virginia called Freeman. In case you didn't know, the main character in this game is named Gordon Freeman. We saw him a lot in
Gordon Freeman. I have him at STSD.
the episodes. But that's not the whole meaning. Also, the number 24 is written separately. And in this episode, we saw exactly this speaker man. I also tried adding all the numbers together, and it came out to 19. And you're going to be shocked, but in episode 19, we first saw this guy with a cup of soda or something.
Bro, there's no way that's facts. No way his theories are that. Like, are we serious? Okay, we got to give it to him.
But I also decided to dig a little deeper and add up all the numbers to the left and right of the dot. 2 plus 4 makes 6. 2 plus 4 plus 7 makes 13. 1 plus 3 makes 4. Then together it's 46. And you know, I'm not crazy. That's exactly the car we see in this episode. At first, I didn't understand how these episodes were connected, but then I had a theory. I'll tell you that later. Note that when the Skibidi toilet showed up, everyone just stood there. No one tried to attack them with a gun. I think the Skibidi haven't been in this place for a while, and the agents are just not used to fighting. They're just standing there stumped and watching. Now, pay attention to this poster right here. You're going to be surprised, but I recognize this map from it. We've seen this poster in this video, America 2. Now, I'm going to show you this map from a different angle so you can better understand what's going on. You see this house right here with the balconies. This is where the POV cameraman, or the person in the short video America, is located. In this episode, the town is filled with people and Skibidi Obama along with soldiers invades here. It seems very much like a reference to Iraq or Libya. I didn't find any signs of a specific country, though, so maybe the allusion is generally to U.S. aggressive policy in the East. At the very beginning of the video, there is a little G-man dancing on the window.
Little Jimmy.
There are two toilets in the
Get
house
him, little
opposite
Jimmy.
each other. By the way, the first second's male 07 is
that is so creepy, bro. Don't ever look at me like that. You're going to get your ass schmick.
smiling, but then his face turns dramatically serious. Pay attention to this blue car. I can assume that it is the destroyed one that stands in the 60-second episode of Skibidi Toilets. This poster here is the cover of the album Outside the Gate by Killing Joke. That album contains the exact same song that plays in this video. But since the song was released in 1988, it doesn't apply to Obama, since he wasn't president then. And on this one, I was able to translate this caption, "Say hello an unjust world." Interestingly, the translator can recognize it only from a certain angle. I had to direct the phone camera during the slow playback of the video, but it doesn't matter. The point is clear. The U.S. has pursued an
Isotoilet is different with his analysis. He's different. This is wow.
aggressive policy in the East, and Dafuk once again mocks this injustice. That's the woman on the poster, by the way. And this is the building where Cameraman threw the Skibidi toilet out of the window. The gray speaker man and the cameraman stood somewhere near these boxes. Anyway, I can see that at the end of the short video, America seems to have taken over this location, and now the cameramen are standing here. I think the alliance is associated with the US, but I can't know exactly what Dafuk meant. Maybe it has nothing to do with the real world. Now you can get a better look at the location, and we'll go back to analyzing episode 62. Notice that the building in the distance is tilting like it's about to fall. There's black smoke all around like a TV man teleporting. But it's Skibidi scientist teleporting, as we saw in episode 60. It's now clear that he doesn't fly, but walks on iron legs.
I want to know, what's the basis for teleporting? Like, what do you need in order to teleport? Like, what do you need? Do you just need a TV man part? Like, that's it?
Notice that his earliest inventions are Skibidi spiders and parasites. They
Skibidi
all walk
striders.
on mechanical legs as well.
Skibidi dong dong,
And
yes,
now
yes.
he's made himself like a giant parasite, which is very ironic. I don't understand what exploded right here. All we see before the explosion is Skibidi scientist's iron leg. But unfortunately, the gray speaker man was right next to the explosion. I hope he and the cameraman ran into the building to get away from the sound. Notice that the big speaker man ran. Now everyone realized they were in danger. The huge speakers on the Skibidi scientist's chest are stunning everyone around them. Notice that all the Skibidi toilets are wearing headphones. By the way, what's about sunglasses or other eye protection? Yeah, the TV men haven't attacked the Skibidi in a while since their Titan is injured. Maybe it's just like when Titan Speakerman was infected. All the Speakermen were hiding. But maybe
Yeah, what is that? I wonder if that correlation is facts. Like, do they just not be around when they? Well, obviously they'd be around when their Titan's not there, but are they not in full force unless their Titan is in effect? Because they don't even bother to wear the glasses no more.
something else because the TV men didn't disappear. And then the POV cameraman turns around and there are headphones in front of him, even though no one around him had them. I'm pretty sure this agent is the traitor, but we can't figure out who it is. You see everyone
Yeah, so Iso's theory is different. Everybody say that's the agent. He's saying that's a traitor.
trying to run away, and they're stunned. The one in front of us doesn't run. He doesn't care about the loud noise. Also notice that Skibidi scientist doesn't attack him or POV cameraman. Skibidi Strider comes out from around the corner.
Oh yeah, and they
He looks
kidnap
right at
him.
us, but
Yeah, that
doesn't
makes
attack.
sense.
The scientist just
I gotta
walks
give that makes
farther
sense.
away, even though he was looking at us the whole time. It seems that the Skibidi know that the TV men are streaming what the POV cameraman sees. The Skibidi didn't destroy him on purpose, so he'd show the whole scene to the Titans and scare them. Therefore, this mystery guy was definitely helping them do that. He wasn't destroyed because he's on the Skibidi toilet side. He had headphones beforehand, and he knew the plan, so he gave the headphones to the POV cameraman. Let's assume who that
Interesting.
might be. In fact, it could be any regular agent.
That literally, wow, that analysis is different.
For example, this is where the speakerman sits, but he's probably not the traitor. Theory 1, TV man is the traitor. He teleported behind our back and threw the headphones on the floor. I've already said many times why they're suspicious. I don't think
Definitely
I need
do
to
got the
repeat
same
myself.
fit or the same
Theory
shoes.
2 is about these engineers over here. They don't look like they used to. Maybe they're the ones who are fake. And then we see these two
Ooh,
mutants.
good theory.
We'll talk about them later, but they're made from agents. So the Skibidi toilets capture them, which means someone could be betraying the Alliance and helping the toilets to survive. And it could be anyone. So for some reason,
like this
the
music.
focuses our attention on these two guys at the beginning. They have weird stickers on their cameras. But also these guys haven't been in the frame since the very first shots. Their helicopter is on the roof here, so they should have gone to it, but they didn't. They're also not among the destroyed cameramen. The engineers could have gone into the building, put on headphones, and when it all started, threw one pair to us. And then there's the third theory, which is the craziest. There's a reason I told you about episode 46.
Talk to
where
me.
we could be referred to by the license plates. There's a secret agent standing next to the same blue car, and I'm not sure if it's Dafuk. He seems to have black pants and a blue blazer, and Dafuk has a black one. Anyway, this secret agent could be helping Skibidi toilets and giving headphones to us. Now let's turn our attention to G-Man. His face is still as battered as ever, but his eyes have gone white. And when I realized that, I got goosebumps. Remember in episode 60 when the Astro toilets attacked G-Man? I assumed it was because he brought the cameramen with him, but the scientist defended him, as if he thought G-Man could be trusted. But as we remember, he did see the cameramen. What if the scientist only pretended to trust G-Man, but he actually did something to his brain in the lab? Why we don't see G-Man's eyes anymore?
Maybe it's just like it's the pixels, the frame. I don't know. I feel like everybody's saying that. I don't know. I don't really think it's a big deal.
Maybe the scientist decided G-Man was a traitor too, but couldn't destroy him. He had to brainwash G-Man to keep him alive, but he certainly didn't betray Skibidi. And when I look at that scene and see G-Man's hopeful look, it's creepy to imagine such a thing. But somehow his eyes are white now.
Nah, if that's what happened, that would be tough.
By the way, there's no flame coming out of his jetpack's turbine. I guess they just forgot to add it. Note that G-Man was given the old lasers, like in episode 38. He used to have wider guns and sticking sights around. It looks like the scientist reset him to the default settings of the improved version. It's
Resetting him is crazy.
kind of sad because we know he's not a traitor. Maybe G-Man's
And what is this menu music from?
also
Sounds
blind,
familiar.
by the way. Notice how this cameraman starts to go up in smoke after he falls. That's the guy those engineers were repairing.
Nah, this is not menu music. This is the music that like the rubber used to use for SCP reactions.
Maybe he was intentionally soldered wrong and now he's broken badly. When G-Man shoots lasers at this building, one of the cameramen falls out of the window. And this is a funny-looking invention. It's an airplane with so wide wings that they need their own rotors. Note that huge cannon in our favorite sussy spot.
Note that huge cannon.
I don't understand why they would drop bombs on this location. Maybe it's also a reference to the US or something. Notice that the engineers' helicopters explode, but we don't see the projectiles. The last time we saw something like that was from Titan Cameraman's cannon shots. By the way, he threw his cannon away in episode 55 when it was ignited by radioactive smoke. Maybe the Skibidi picked it up and rebuilt it. Anyway, I don't see anyone shooting around. And we saw an early version of this mutant in episode 33, but his fingers were long and he moved kind of nervously. This version goes smoothly and his hands are normal. Apparently, it's another Skibidi scientist technology.
Upgrade!
He has a gray armored toilet now, and this guy next to him seems to be made from a big cameraman, only enlarged. We can see how much smaller the original was. He also looks similar to the big TV man in size, but his shirt is white, while TV man has a dark shirt. Notice that when the big cameraman is ripped in half, there's more than just electricity. What is that, robot oil? I don't think so. The hint is that the agents are half robot, half human. This
Humanoid
is definitely not the
androids.
same mutant from episode 33, because he was destroyed in episode 37 by the cured big speakerman.
True.
Notice how this mutant picks up the camera with his hand and is about to saw it off. Maybe he also wants the tapes. Maybe he needs to report to his management, which means there are Skibidi bosses more important than the scientist. That's all for now. Hope.
Interesting. That is a lot to think about. These analyses were crazy. Isotoilet definitely had the craziest one this time around, because wow, he pointed out and said some outlandish stuff. He still be reaching and overanalyzing a little bit, but it was a really good analysis video. I hope you guys enjoyed this 3-in-1. I want to get this out to y'all because I'm not gonna make y'all wait tomorrow or do 3 extra videos, just this one. If you guys enjoyed this, make sure you join the Discord, like, subscribe, comment, let me know what else you guys want. I'm going to post in the community tab what reactions you guys want later tonight, so make sure you comment. You never know if I did a reaction. So I'll see you on the next one, bro. Peace.